There are many towns and cities that does not have a rail link to London, and where I'm currently at right now is one of those towns and cities that does not have a London rail link until today. On the 13th of December 2021, London North Eastern Railway have started operations between Middlesbrough and London King's Cross on their daily service that departs here at 7:08 in the morning. And today in this video I'm actually on board that service from Middlesbrough to London King's Cross. Also in this video we shall be looking at some stations along the way between here and York that will be coming up in the video. So please come on board as we take this journey on a historical day from Middlesbrough to London King's Cross. So I'm now currently on platform 2 because platform 1 is absolutely going to be busy with the press, MPs and government officials apparently. But the reason why on platform 2 is we are waiting for the LNER Azuma to come empty stock from Heaton Depot to Shell Junction before it comes back from Shell Junction to arrive in Middlesbrough at platform 1. Our unit today is 800-207. It's a 5-coach train because there's one station that we're calling at that will not fit a 9-coach train or a 10-coach train, which will be further down the line. So that LNER Azuma should be arriving now to pass us here on platform 2 to head towards Shell Junction. This is the empty stock working from Heaton Depot. Now the journey time today between Middlesbrough and London King's Cross is 3 hours and 14 minutes. And also Middlesbrough Railway Station was actually opened in December 1877 after the North Eastern Railway moved the station 4 times. So the plan is now is to film the train arriving on platform 2 at Middlesbrough Railway Station, but it sits here for 8 minutes, so I'm going to walk over to platform 1 as soon as it arrives to board the train, and I'm going to leave at 7:08 to London King's Cross.
That's it now, the first train has gone off. Everyone has to go to London now, we've got no choice.
So we have left Middlesbrough Railway Station, we're on our way down to London King's Cross. Now on the way down to London we're actually calling at 2 railway stations. So we just pulled in our first station we're calling at, which is this station right here. So I'm going to talk about this station, then jump back on the train to London King's Cross. Now most of our journey is actually going to be through the darkness, so you won't be seeing much out the window at this moment in time. But we have made it to our first station en route to London King's Cross, Thornaby station. Now Thornaby is also a station that actually gained a London service, apart from Middlesbrough, because Middlesbrough and Thornaby never had a service to London till today. Now Thornaby is operated by Trans-Pennine Express, and also Northern Railways or Northern Trains also stop here with services, and it does have 2 platforms, but the only problem is between the 2 platforms actually has a car park between the station platforms, and if you're rail enthusiast filming trains at Thornaby, you'll be running up and down like a headless chicken to try and film everything or photo everything. It is a nightmare sometimes. But Thornaby was opened on the 1st of October 1882 as Stockton South. It was renamed to Thornaby on the 1st of November 1892. And that will do with Thornaby. We're going to jump back on the train now and head towards York, which will our next calling point. So we just left Thornaby station now, we are cruising towards the East Coast Main Line. Now in this journey we're going to look at a station that does have a London service already, a station that does not have a London service, and a station that we shall be avoiding to join the East Coast Main Line South this station. So as we're passing through Eagles Cliff now, we're going to talk about Eagles Cliff Station. So it's now 7:20 in the morning as we're speeding through this location. This is Eagles Cliff Station. Now Eagles Cliff is not being served by London North Eastern Railway because it already has a London service. The London service is actually from Sunderland to London King's Cross, operated by Grand Central Trains with their Class 1 ATDs on multiple units. Now Eagles Cliff Station was opened on the 20th of March 1852 and it's also the junction for services towards Darlington and Northallerton. Now between Eagles Cliff and Northallerton there is actually a station on the way that we're going to look at. We're going to be looking at Yarm Station en route to London. So our train is now en route to Northallerton after passing through Eagles Cliff Station, but there is only one intermediate station between the two stations, and this is it right here. This station opened on the 13th of February 1996 by rail track, and this is Yarm Station. Also, I just want to point out the sign at Yarm Station. Look at those signs. They are so tiny indeed. But unfortunately, it doesn't have a London service. The only services that stop here are the Manchester Airport and Redcar Central services operated by TransPennine Express. Which is a shame really, because the problem is the station can only fit 3 coaches. That's it. Anyway, we're going to move on to Northallerton now because there's something interesting going to happen, but fortunately I can't really show you it because it's actually going to be through the darkness, I'm afraid. So you're going to join me at Northallerton Railway Station. I'm going to show you what our service will be doing. We're at Northallerton Railway Station between York and Darlington. Now most trains that stop here to go towards Yarm and Eagles Cliff use Northallerton East Junction and they join up at Northallerton High Junction. But our train is actually not touching Northallerton Railway Station. So if you'd like to follow me, I'll show you where we're passing Northallerton Railway Station right now. So just over there is where Northallerton Station is. That's the car park exit to the road. Now as I mentioned, we're actually not touching Northallerton Station because just coming around here where this car's heading to now is a lovely level crossing here, and this level crossing is actually a freight only line that takes trains from Northallerton East Junction to Longlands Junction, which is where it joins onto the East Coast Main Line south of Northallerton Station. And our London North Eastern Railway service King's Cross is actually going to be avoiding Northallerton Station and taking this freight only line to join the East Coast Main Line south of Northallerton. A bit of rare track in this video. So I've just come further down the freight only line to another level crossing here. Now you can actually see this level crossing from Northallerton Station as well. But the reason I've just come further down this freight only line is, and this is where our train will be taking towards London King's Cross, is because this right down here. Now as you can see the two tracks actually split here. The line on the right takes you from Longlands Junction to join the freight only line and carries on towards Yarm and Eagles Cliff. But the line on the left actually goes under the East Coast Main Line. The bridge was actually built in 1931 because it says it on there. And it joins the East Coast Main Line's Longland Junction further south of Northallerton Station. So that's how we're avoiding Northallerton Station. We're using a freight only line to join the East Coast Main Line south of Northallerton Station. We're now going to be back on board the service as we head towards York. There is also First Station on the way, but our train doesn't stop at First.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Welcome to this brand new First service, the beautiful LNER Express here from Middlesbrough to London via Thornaby, Hogwarts, Narnia, York, and then straight through to London. This is so exciting. It is the first ever launch, ladies and gentlemen. We are part of history today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for getting up early. I know a lot of people have been excited. I've been chatting to a couple of people here that they've not been able to sleep for the last day or two just to see this first service this morning. So please experience this, enjoy it all.
Okay, so like I said, North Yorkshire, we actually don't stop at first, but we're only stopping at first because we won't wait for trains to pass through before we join onto the fast lines and head towards York. So we're now made our next destination, and we're just going to get off here quickly, but we're at this station right here. But this is our next and final calling point on the service to King's Cross, York Railway Station. And York Railway Station is beautiful, very quaint and very sexy indeed. Now York Station was opened on the 25th of June 1877 by the North Eastern Railway. And we're actually here for 7 minutes. We arrive at 8:06 in the morning, we don't leave here till 8:13. So we're going to get back on board now, leave York Station and make our way down the East Coast Main Line to our final destination. So it has brightened up a bit as we left York Station. So we're now cruising down the East Coast Main Line to head to our final destination, London King's Cross.
I would say you are a railway enthusiast. Yeah.
So we're now arrived at London King's Cross Station, the terminus of the East Coast Main Line. And honestly, it has really been a wonderful journey travelling down from Middlesbrough to London. It took about 3 hours 14 minutes, but we actually got into King's Cross 2 minutes early. We also arrived into London King's Cross with a brass band playing as well on our arrival into King's Cross, and it just has really been a brilliant journey. I'd like to thank London North Eastern Railway for putting on this Middlesbrough to London King's Cross service. Hopefully there should be more towns and cities getting a London service in the future, like Huddersfield will be next. We might be on Huddersfield to London King's Cross, I don't know yet. Also, it was a pleasure to meet Underground Matt on board as well, as he was filming something from Middlesbrough to King's Cross as well. So hopefully you really enjoyed that. Again, I'd like to thank London North Eastern Railway for the service. I'd like to thank Jordan Stewart for the first class ticket. If you really enjoyed this, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment down below. I have been Simon Trains, and hopefully see you on the railway journey on the rails pretty soon. Thanks for watching, stay safe.